looks like we're good. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody because technology decided to be poopy. But we're back. Welcome to All Hail the Queen. This is our D&D Tyranny of Dragons Doing It Live shenanigans. I'm your host, GM, and General Cat Herder at Magic Juice. We're going to go around the table, introduce ourselves and our characters, recap what happened last time, and then generally shenaniganize and frolic on the internet. I don't know. I'm trying out new catchphrases. Heck, starting with you.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, I'm here. I'm on your screen. And as per usual, I am back with Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. On over to Chris.
Hi everybody, I'm playing Spunk and his class is... Hyacinth.
Hi, I'm Hyacinth, and I'm playing Icarus, our paladin that doesn't act like a paladin. Oh yeah, Corn Dog. I almost said Juno.
I'm Corn Dog. I'm playing Juno. I play the Twilight Domain Cleric. Over to you, Chrissy.
Hello, Chrissy. Ulta. Ranger? Magic.
All right. So here's the dealio. We have a lot of stuff going on. Last time, we've been in Everesca for a little while now. Last time, we went a little bit into inventor mode, thinking up potential ways to transport magically items from places to places. I don't think we landed anywhere with that, but at least it's on the table. Along with that conversation, Spunk made some gifts for all of you. And it was great. I think all of you still have them, right? Just make sure that whatever
the inventory.
Yep, whatever required attunement, just make sure that that's handled. Okay, some things that we found out along the way. Seymour continues to grow very quickly. He's now at, if I recall correctly, 20 feet tall when he is not on the staff. And then he just kind of shrinks back to size when he is on Aster's staff. We learned a little bit more about Sunrunner and what he's about, as well as finding the special coin that he is sort of tied to, that Ulta has. And for some reason, casting legend lore on the coin revealed more information about Ulta. Head scratcher. And in the moments after casting a spell and discussing the potential meanings behind what you saw, Corey suddenly interrupts that something has changed and immediately leaves while you are in the temple, but assuring you that he will see you again before all of this is over. And we had an interesting Q&A with the Moonweaver and Juno. As a reminder, I gave you those questions and answers in the Discord, everybody. And the list of potential things to do soon are also there. So we've talked about things like going to the Star Mounts for a couple of reasons, going to have a dinner with Ulta's family and potentially the Council of Dragons, and potentially going to Hell to confront Tiamat and or others to prevent her from coming to the material plane. Did I miss anything?
We need to check in on the Well of Dragons at all. Is that something we should be worried about?
Should be fine. It's called the Well of Dragons, not the Unwell of Dragons.
God damn it, Chris.
Don't we not want it to be fine?
That was good.
Where's the soundboard?
You just fell out.
So proud of you,
shit. He's gonna be giggling about that for a long
Yeah.
time.
He's gonna post it on Blue Sky immediately.
It's already being typed.
Oh. Anywho. Why are
We could attempt to scry on it again. Scry on one of the masks that's there. If we wanted to. We've got some time to burn. While we wait for a sword.
Here we are. Sorry, I totally interrupted you, Corn Dog. Please continue.
I was just saying that we have
scrying on a
time to
map.
burn before sword time. So.
As far as scrying on a mask goes, that is something you could attempt, although you do realize that your knowledge of the other existing masks is not as helpful to you as the ones that you physically saw and touched.
I thought they still had one that we've seen.
You were correct,
Like
actually. They
purple
have
or
those-
blue
they
or
have the
something like
black
that.
one.
Black, maybe?
Yeah, the black one with Resmir, the black half dragon that you have encountered a couple times now. So yes, that is true.
You can also go find Resmir and just fuck him up to fuck him up.
True.
Oh, also scrying only works on people. What are we thinking of? Isn't there or is it just
I
like
thought you
find
could
object?
also- I was like, I thought you could also scry on a location.
Let's look at the 2024 rules because 2014 specifies creature.
Oh.
Yeah, the new rules
Yeah,
are
instead of
specifying.
targeting,
here
it's
you
like because I was looking at Roll20's compendium. Instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location you've seen before as the target of the spell. When you do, the sensor appears at that location and doesn't move.
Yeah, you know what would be really helpful is if I read the last line of the spell description.
I know
So,
they
yes.
get you sometimes. Sometimes the most important part is the very last thing, and I'm
Yep.
like, why?
Oh man. Whoa. Okay. There it is. All right. Where are we at? What are we thinking? What are we doing? We're still on the day that we ended on. We have not rested yet. After getting our gifts from Spunk.
I think our intention was to rest after that.
Yeah. I think we're just resting and then going to Waterdeep, right? For the or what, resting, staying long enough to get your moon sword, then going to Waterdeep, right?
Yeah, we were working on mail systems in the last episode. How we could get it to us so that way we could just go to Waterdeep and like prepare Ulta's family for dragons. Potentially.
Ulta
But if we-
is seeing a letter, but it's got some blank spots because we haven't decided when we're leaving yet.
If I recall correctly, Ulta sent a letter, but it was like, we would like to do this soon, but more details probably coming soon.
Straight into their skulls.
Correct.
Hello, it's me. Well, we can either wait here for sword or we can have sword delivered and we could go back in the morning.
Well, what if we just like go to the forges and be like, hey, like how long will this take? And then we have an ETA for Ulta's parents.
We could do that.
Like the moon forge thing. That sounds right.
Sure.
Sure.
Moon Forge it is.
To the Moon Forge.
Then Moon Forge. So I think we were all tie-tied.
You really need more than one?
More than one what? Bed?
Moon.
Oh, yeah, because we're forging new moons. I get it.
Like, how many do you have in reserve?
Well,
And what are you doing to the moons that you need so many?
you haven't seen our moon armory full of moons.
You've
Our great ancestor
Clarifying
was
question.
named Gru, and he's just been stealing moons forever.
clarifying question. Is the moon armory like the moon sword? Like it has armor made from moon? Or is it armor for the moon? And is that why you have an moon forge? And again, what is happening to the moon that you need so many?
It's actually just arms for the moon. The moon needs a lot of arms.
Oh, it's an
So it's just-
armory.
Yes, an
I see.
armory, not armory.
What is the moon need that it cannot reach?
It's long lost lover of the sun.
That sounds bad. It sounds like it would be very bad. Like bad things would happen.
Are you sure this is the plot of my latest fanfic?
Maybe we should be less worried about people bringing dragons to Earth. A very normal thing that happens on this world we live in. Dragons are already here, in fact. And we should shift our focus maybe to the doomsday plot of putting the moon into the sun and replacing it with a fabricated one from your personal forge. That sounds way more sinister than we're gonna give some dragons a lot of gold and convince them that they should move here.
He's
I mean, that's
also
basically
lying
what they're
to
doing
you.
in Italy. So
Yeah, he's also full of shit. This is for fiction.
we're not going to give the moon arms so it can reach out and grab the sun.
No, but Spunk, you know what I read the other day? I read
that's a relief.
in one of those Chuck Tingle books
Oh,
about this guy named Seth who actually went to the moon and fucked one of the craters of the moon.
I read that one too.
That sounds like a scene in Big Mouth.
You know what they say?
pounded in
God,
the
you're
butt
so
by
right.
a crater on the moon, or pounded in the butt on a crater in the moon?
No, he put his dick into a crater on the moon and just
Pounded in
rammed.
the crater's butt.
Pounded the crater's butt.
Yeah. The moon
God.
is a bottom.
I haven't read that one.
It's good.
That's you have that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
yeah.
unique. Can I borrow that when you're finished with it?
Yeah, you have to read through six other books first, but you'll get there.
Ah, yeah, the fourth Wang series. I understand.
No, this is the Academy of the Zodiac.
What?
Mhm,
I'm not
mhm.
familiar with those books.
Don't worry about it. We'll get you the whole collection, the whole box set.
Whole box set. All 9 1/4.
And a quarter.
9.5, I think.
9 1/2, I think.
They call it 0.5, so. And there's
All right.
also the prequel book if you wanted to read that, but that's.
This is the most literal definition I've ever heard of. A hole's a hole,
It's a crater, so.
which is a hole, right?
I don't know that it would qualify as a whole. There's no other side.
Does
There's
there
not
have-
another side to all of my holes either.
I was about to
Well,
say.
sure
I
there
don't
are.
think it Needs another side.
One of them
It's
just kind of
just-
goes into a cavern.
What do you mean?
Okay, Spunk.
If it goes in,
elven
it's got to
bodies,
come out somewhere.
It comes back out that same hole.
What do you mean?
Have you heard
Anatomy 101 in our D&D group. Excellent.
now I have to look it up because guess what? I wasn't allowed to take health classes because that would lead me to sin.
See, if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, the cavern is
Talking
not part
about the
of the
vagina,
hole.
there's like
That's not part of
A
the
hole.
hole.
but it's a hole's a hole.
The hole
The
exists
hole's
at
a
the
hole,
front
Bethany,
door.
that we were just
to-
talking about.
But that's not how holes work. Like,
But it's
I
still
would
a hole.
understand if the end of the crater was somewhere deep inside the moon, and then we saw just the hole had the beginning and the end, and then the walls went out and around to the cavern inside the moon. But like, this is a complicated scenario. Like for straws, Waterdeep has straws. How many holes are in a straw?
One.
One.
Oh,
But
are you sure about that? There's
it's a-
not
it's
2 holes.
one
Oh
hole
my
with two
God.
openings, right? But
You
you
just
take a
start
hole-
I
with
hate
one, and
this.
it's just one continuous hole.
if
I
you
It's a
hate this.
cavity.
So
Oh
what
my.
you're saying, you're so inconsistent. What you're saying is that one hole goes from one end to the other.
Spunk, and I pull out my mom's dictionary that's nearby.
Oh my god.
A hole is a hollow place in a small body or surface. He dug out a small hole in the snow. Informally, it could also be a small or unpleasant place. I don't know why they had to say unpleasant. It could have been a hella pleasant place.
also
No, only unpleasant.
No,
if I dig a hole in the ground, it's called a hole, but it doesn't necessarily have an exit anywhere. It just ends. So that's a one
A
way.
hole with an exit is just a tunnel.
Yeah.
so you're saying there's no holes in a straw.
Fuck.
No, a hole has to be an opening,
Yes,
but it doesn't have to have a
absolutely.
closing.
I don't dispute that at all. However, an opening and a hole are different.
I like to think that our mom is just like standing there in the
I hate
background
it
going,
here.
Watching all of this.
These are the heroes of this world.
these are the people who are gonna save us from an alleged dragon coming back from hell.
She's just internally, I believe we're
No one should let these 200-year-old children run around.
My dear, your friends are idiots. Please, fireball us all. Save us the trouble.
Hey, Aster, real quick. Do you want this luck stone that I have? It was given to me by my brother, but I can't actually use it because
no.
my pockets are full.
The luck stone that they gave you like 30 minutes ago, you mean?
Oh yeah, shit, was that you?
It
I was
wasn't
gonna say,
you.
I didn't
Yes.
give you anything, but okay.
You mean the present I made for you? Like,
Oh, that's right, it's in the
Yeah,
hat.
and like
Never
put
mind.
like
Morning.
and put so much like love into it.
Right.
do you want
Never
this
mind,
crap?
Never
I
mind,
can't use it.
perverse. I don't offer it to you yet.
Oh,
But don't worry,
Ew.
I'll take the credit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking about the fact that I'm gonna have a moon sword soon, so I'm gonna have to get rid of the ghost lantern, which makes me already upset. But I'm not gonna get rid of the belt of storm giant strength. That's too sexy. And I'm not gonna get rid of my amulet of devout because that gives me bonuses that I desperately need in a game that has mechanics.
May I be excused from the table?
no.
Oh, this didn't happen. You didn't hear anything. Everything's fine. I'll just let Aster wear the hat at the dinner and stuff, just in case.
No.
Oh my god.
Don't worry. I'm just going to be over here practicing my breathing deeply.
I am wasted on cold medicine right now, so bear with me.
Oh my god, this goes for so long.
Yes, it does. Careful not to get us banned.
It's a cover.
True.
We're covered.
Missy is staring at the screen right now, like, where are those meows coming?
Aww.
Like, it's gonna be hard.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna need a minute. I just spilled cola everywhere.
No. Oh, this is
That's so
chaotic.
on brand.
Yeah, it is.
Chaos.
Nothing
Oh my
but.
god.
Who needs a working computer?
You
You.
broke it. It's
Oh, man.
broken.
I can't take you guys anywhere, and I wouldn't
No,
have it
you
any
really
other way.
can't.
Okay, so you're still trying to figure that out, Corn Dog?
I won't figure it out in front of the whole group. I may just lend Aster a hat for the party.
I do vaguely recall, but I'm having trouble finding it at the moment, a feat that can be taken that gives extra attunement slot. I think one
Yeah,
extra
I feel
attunement slot.
like we talked about this last session.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm just stacked right now, and it's just really hard to be me.
And if we can't officially find it anywhere, that means it maybe used to be a thing in older editions. Maybe
Attunement Master.
Attunement Master. Okay.
Where is that? That's not a thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a feat.
Where?
In feats.
Okay, because I'm looking through feats and I don't see it.
Oh, someone doesn't have access to the material.
You have to go to Feet Finder, but it's spelled different.
No.
Jesus.
No.
No links in chat. No links in chat.
It took me a second. I was like, oh no.
If it's Chrissy's feet, I'm in. Anyone else, you got nasty feet. Fuck off.
Dang.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You haven't even seen my feet.
Whoa. I just went to stream, and I came in right as I said, if it's Chrissy's feet, I'm in, and I was yelling at myself. Gotta love it here.
Yep.
Mute tab.
Oh, man.
Okay. Well, never mind. Let's all go to bed. Everyone, sweet dreams.
Wait, did we figure out how much more time
Yeah.
the sword? Okay.
Wait, I thought we were doing that in the morning when we woke up.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Because we're already
I
at
thought
mom's
that's what
house.
we
Question,
were
thank you,
doing now.
Aster.
It's
We're
fine.
on a track, everyone.
Dialuna did tell you that they could get it done by tomorrow. In-game tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll wait till tomorrow. Do we want to have a slumber party in one of the rooms? Does everyone want to go to their own room? There's enough rooms for everyone to have their own. But also, today was kind of wild. Or yesterday? Whatever day the bad stuff happened.
Today. I think. Fuck, I
I
don't
think
know.
it was
It was
yesterday because my
yesterday.
character sheet is
Okay.
crispy. Like, it's good. Good crispy, not death crispy.
Also, I think it'd be funny if you sent the letter and then we arrived like a day before the letter.
Oh, hey, we're here.
Yeah, didn't you get the letter we sent? We're just so used to fast traveling in messages that we forget how real mail works.
I just
Well,
showed
it's going
them
to take us a
front
while to leave here because we have to go beyond the veil.
Hmm.
To walk out of town. The mythal boundary.
Those don't exist anymore.
What do you mean?
Hmm?
What do you mean they don't exist anymore?
I mean, mythal boundary. They don't exist. Never mind. It's all right. I want to start a whole new thing if you get me off that one too.
I cleaned up all the pop and then picked up my phone, and that was also covered in pop. And there's no winning. It's everywhere. It's dry and it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
I love sand.
Oh Lord, we sleeping.
Okay.
Let's go bed. After all this whole talk, I need a nap.
True. Anything else anyone's doing before sleepies or transies? I'm gonna take that as a no.
No.
Jeez. Okay. In that case, Juno, I need you to roll a d10, please.
Help. Here we go. 4, please.
4. Okay, sweet. So everyone has overall a deep, uneventful sleep/rest. Juno, yours is a little bit eventful though.
No, no seat.
Yeah. And Icarus, you're gonna get. How do I want to describe this? You in your you trance as well, right? Elves, that's an elf thing.
Yeah.
While you are resting, you will experience sort of dream as if you were sitting just outside of a chamber that you know something very important is happening. You can hear a few voices reciting like ritualistic phrases, and after about 5 minutes, they kind of cycle and repeat. You can't really hear exactly what words are being said. You're just recognizing between some of the like muffled, it's like you're listening through a wall, right?
Oh.
So, through some of the muffled sounds that you hear and the inflection of the voices, you can just tell that like every about 5 minutes, it seems like it's a repeating chant.
Is this like a full dream? Like I'm part of it, or like a vision where I can't interact with anything? I just hear it.
You only hear this.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as what you can see, like you know you're resting right now. You know you're in your resting trance, but you see nothing but black. You just hear this. It feels good. It feels important. It feels good, and you're connected to it somehow. And let's have you. What's your passive perception or insight, whichever one's higher?
Me, right?
Yeah.
Passive perception is 18.
And insight is not that good.
Yeah, it's like 15.
Okay, so you can tell that this is somehow like loosely connected to you, kind of like a second cousin kind of connection. Okay. Chris, calm down.
So it's like still viable, right?
Oh God. All right. Y'all are the worst.
Oh, like can I like ask a question about that? Like loosely connected to me, like the situation is, or like I feel like someone I know is there. Like I guess like the comparison of cousin made me feel like I'm connected to a person in this, but or is it just like?
Yeah, I'm having trouble putting it into words, like, because I'm just not very good with words. Like second cousin, it's not literal like that.
Okay.
It's just more like, you know, that this ritual is important to something or someone related to you. You just have a connection to it.
Okay.
It's not necessarily a direct impact on you. It's more like I'm experiencing this because I'm at least distantly connected to whatever this is.
I got it, like abstract interpretation. Yes. Makes sense.
And with that 18, we'll go even a little farther to say it makes sense that that it would be like something important to elven kind is happening right now, and you are at home. So there's like your physical presence here while this is happening is helping make that connection to your consciousness.
That's good to know. That's different than I thought at first. So
yeah. Juno, you experience
I'm not fucking a cousin and you can't make me. I'm married.
You experience a connection to an object sitting in the middle of a room, and you can't like literally see like you have eyes. It's more like your consciousness experiences other consciousnesses around you. You hear words being chanted, but it sounds like people talking underwater. You can't make out the exact words. You can tell that it's Elven or Elvish. You can hear your mother's voice among them. There are 10 in total. What's happening right now is that you feel like you're materializing. And you feel spicy. You feel a little sassy. You feel like, hello world, I'm here now.
like two cousins.
Not quite.
Keep your fan fiction out of this.
You're gonna make me materialize?
Oh my god.
I'm a material girl, bitch.
This campaign would be going so wildly differently if we had like 10% less of the comedic needs that you guys have. Now I need you to roll a d20.
Okay.
D20, Juno.
I am unwell.
70.
Nice. Okay. Okay, and you feel physically strong.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, my strength is 29, which is I'm yoked.
Yup. Okay. And all of you wake up in the morning.
Wait, but
Leveled
did I
up.
materialize somewhere?
You did not.
Fuck. So
do wanna-
I was like edged into materializing all night.
I
Yeah.
wanna
Yeah.
after our like 4-hour trance, I do want to find my sister.
Okay. But before
I'm
that,
edging. Leave me alone.
we all level up.
Yeah.
Again?
So we're level 18 now.
18.
Oh,
Fuck
I was
yeah.
already at
Wild.
18, so I was
We
playing on
were
X Games
18.
mode.
Were you? Oh,
Wait.
were you? Then it's 19.
Yeah,
What?
we were already 18 because we leveled up when you weren't here. Heck.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Heck wasn't here. So we go to you guys were
Oh.
going to 19.
If it makes you feel better, I didn't know either. I was still
Jesus.
level 17.
You were here. Ability score improvement.
Yeah.
What is this? Boon
What you
of the
guys
Night
get?
Spirit? What the fuck?
Let's see. Is there anything I want?
Stop talking about your boon.
Show you my boot if you
Let
show
me
me
just take
yours.
another feed.
Are you sure you want that?
I'm gonna boon.
I would take this attunement feat, but I don't have it, so I can't. I don't know how.
You don't have what? Oh, you need to go back to the page 1 of your character sheet and check the option for critical role content.
My sheet.
Wait, who's got critical role content?
We all should.
Show you my critical role content. It's like tattooed on my body. How? I don't see that anymore. Oh my god.
You don't? Sorry, chat. We are going to figure this out real quick.
Expanded rules, homebrew. Yeah, I have all the rules checked. Like, let me have every single source. Let me just look in homebrew stuff. Maybe I can
Nope,
add.
nope. It's in the home tab of Character Builder.
Yep.
Character preferences, sources, partnered content. You have all of that.
Yeah, I have
checked?
that all clicked.
Really interesting.
You'll only see character options for content you have purchased.
Have you clicked on choose
I
partners?
haven't purchased the critical rules.
Right, but you should have it because I have content sharing on for everything.
Unless they don't content share for partners anymore.
Oh no.
That might be a thing. I don't know. Okay, I will have to look into that either during a break or before next session. Or at
In the
work.
meantime, I'll just have more hit points. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, and that constitution.
And we'll figure out a workaround if we can't figure that out as well. Because we could always do like a
Just let me be attuned to everything, Magic. Just let me do it. Let me break this game.
Right?
The mechanics mean nothing to me. I just
have
want to
two of
carry
them.
around a ghost that I forget 99% of the time.
Just leave it in your fucking room, dude.
You can't make me! They're my
He's
friend! My only friend.
My only friend, she says,
Is it?
among...
Can you use it for combat? No.
Oh, you-
Can you use it for RP? No. When is it useful? When I'm sleeping.
No, the
Put it
ghost
in your
is
bedroom.
useful when
No.
we need to get something. Wait, do you have Mage Hand?
You don't?
I don't. Do you have it?
No.
I only have it because of the Ghost Lantern. Does anyone have it?
Does anyone need it? You're level 19. Just go get it.
Whoa.
It's only 10, 20 feet away. Go fucking pick it up.
Sometimes you gotta cast outside of like a cell or something. If we get trapped, you're gonna want it.
Magic missile it. I don't know. Magic Mage Hand's
I'm
not
gonna
going to help
make
you very
sure
much
that
for this
Spunk
upcoming
isn't
dragon
included
fight
in
you're
any
about to
of
get
my
thrown
mass
into.
No mass heal for Spunk ever.
Did you need Mage Hand or Mass Heal?
What? the
I'm at
fuck?
mass heal.
I can learn Curse of Incompetence? What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, you've been casting that since the day I met you.
Damn.
Boom. What's the equivalent of a mic drop?
I don't know. You don't know. When do I get 5th level spells? I thought I got them this level. What the fuck?
Unfortunate.
Get fucked, multi-class.
Why am I even a warlock anymore?
Should have specialized. Like me.
um.
How we all doing? How we all looking?
Brilliant.
I'm good to go.
I'm ready.
Oh, can I actually? Charisma Carpenter?
Oh?
Oh, never mind. No, I can't. I had too many. Sorry.
Too many. Rip.
Yeah, I took too many of those. What do you call it? Intellect.
Mm.
Maxed out. I'm throbbing. My brain is throbbing.
Awesome. So you all awaken the next morning, feeling refreshed and a bit sharper than you were yesterday. What would you like to do now?
Did we have a thing to do today? I believe. Yeah.
We have a sword to pick up, and then we're gonna start walking back. And once we get outside the Vale, either Aster can bring us to the tree that's near the castle fort place, or I can bring us to the Moonweaver's temple. So. Let's go get a sword, everybody! Come on,
Yeah.
grab your
Alright.
orange Julius's and let's go.
Superb.
Here you go for an orange Julius. Right? Sounds delish.
Hell yeah.
Do they deliver?
So we're going to the temple?
Yeah.
Where do we say that temple is?
Yes. Somewhere near Moondark Hill, because we live near the.
That's right. Okay. So we'll just stay right here.
Yep.
Okay. So you go to the temple. You will find that it is uncharacteristically empty. Save for Dialuna, I remember this time. Greeting you at the door. And just kind of like having a really intense look at you, Juno. Like half side-eyed. Are you sure you're prepared for this?
No. Nope. No, but I feel like I've got to be. So yes.
She will walk up to you and put a hand gently on your shoulder and just look at you square in the eye and say, "Good." And then look at Icarus and give you, Icarus, a wink and a smile. And then basically beckon you all to a stairway that leads to the basement of this temple, which you would understand to be where the forge is, or where a forge is, for very special purposes. But it's kind of like, duh.
By the way, I think last night, I think I had a vision of them making your item, your moon item.
I was trying to be a material girl in my vision last night, and then, I was feeling kind of sassy and stuff, but I woke up, which is annoying, because I love a sassy dream. Also, why did Mom wink at you? We still think she's possessed. I still think she might be possessed.
You can make an insight check. Sorry, Hyacinth, you cut out a little bit. What was that?
Oh, no, it's for the best.
Okay.
I was like, she heard the cousin comments.
36?
She does not come across to you as possessed. She seems excited, maybe a little bit nervous. But you can tell that she is overall like in good spirits, like in a good mood.
Hey, Mom, are you okay?
Oh, I'm wonderful. This is a momentous day for our family as well as this entire civilization.
You seem really happy, like unnaturally so.
It's not every day that a family receives a second moonblade.
Okay, so you're just like really happy because we did good?
Of course.
Wow.
And you totally meant to wink at Icarus.
As I said, it's a very good day for the entire family.
Just took like 240 years for her to be proud of us. We really pulled that off.
The whiplash is hurting.
I think I might cry, honestly. That or the cola got my eyes.
Is there anything we should be prepared for? Is there anything that you want to tell us about like what you might have been up to last night after we went to bed? As a person who has a moonblade, like what's going on?
Oh, you have my moonblade there too, right? You remembered to make me one?
I'm very sorry, son. That is not the case. But
shaking his head over there.
Juno, I was here. I'm one of the clerics required for creating such an item. And then as he's saying that, Juno, you can see a little bit of like sag in her eyes. You can tell she's very exhausted. And then as that's happening, you enter a room that has 9 other people. One you would understand to be a forge master. He's wearing like very ceremonial looking I don't know what to call this other than like forging garb. So like the some
That stuff to keep it so you don't get burned.
yeah, so like some heavy duty gloves and a lot of like leather protection and an apron looking element, but it's all it's kind of like what is the word where it's two things that don't belong together?
Two things.
Juxtaposed. That's it. It's like a juxtaposition of it. It's like Forge Master's gear, but it looks like ceremonial clothing. And then everyone else is wearing like pure white and gold garments, and you can tell that everyone else here is a cleric of some sort.
I'm gonna
Sorry?
I'm gonna lean back over to Juno and go, "Oh my god, I figured it out. The ritual in my dream, they were having an orgy over your blade.
God damn it.
That's why she's in good moods and tired and was down here the whole time."
Well,
So
I'm
anyway.
glad she can still get it.
On an anvil in the center of the room, basically being presented to you by this Forge Master, is a sleek and slender blade that is like the cleanest, shiniest weapon you've ever seen. And your mother basically just like gestures for you to go take it. And she whispers as you go by, "Give it a minute."
Okay. I'll wait there for a minute. Right next to her before taking it.
Pick it up and give it a minute.
Yeah, I was planning to. But thanks, Mom. And I'm just gonna walk forward and go pick it up.
Okay.
Can you even wield a sword? Like, is that ever something you've done? I always see you with a hammer.
We don't talk about the hammer anymore.
Okay.
Threw out my back with it, and I haven't wielded a melee weapon since.
I don't want the
man.
hammer. I want a sword.
Juno,
I want a Buster Sword.
you pick this up and you sort of like look at it and you're checking it out, giving it a second, and you hear a little voice in the back of your head. Oh, yes, this is very good, very good. This is a strong one. It's you, isn't it?
Who are you, and why are you in my brain?
I am your new blade.
I did not know they were sentient.
Are you gonna like take over my brain or something?
Oh no! I do not take over. I'm to be wielded by a wonderful warrior, and that seems to be you. Yeah. Ooh, yes, very strong and beautiful, very beautiful, of course.
I'm married.
Oh no! I do not mean this in such a way. Do not worry. It would never work between us anyway.
A sword needs a scabbard.
As someone who's played Boyfriend Dungeon, I can make it. Or sword boyfriend sword. I can't remember what it is.
Boyfriend dungeon.
What is boyfriend?
I had like
yes.
3 boyfriends in that.
Yes.
Great.
Same high
And a
school. You'll
girlfriend.
love it.
Tell me, what exploits do you plan to take us on? What shall we be doing? Oh, what glory shall we bring to the elves?
We're going to try to kill Tiamat.
Well, a tall order indeed. Well, of course, I'll be there to see what happens, but I am excited for it.
You wouldn't know anything about killing a Tiamat, would you?
I do not know many things. I have not experienced anything yet. Except you.
Oh. Sorry about that. Do you want to experience more things? More people? Do you just want to hang out with me? Do you need more friends?
Oh, you must understand. I am eternally bound to you. No takesies backsies.
Does that mean I'm eternally bound to you too?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Neat.
You guys, this sword's talking in my brain. and we are eternally bound to each other. And I think I should probably tell Eliseo that I have brought a sword into our relationship.
Hey, Mom, does your moon sword talk?
She just is just kind of grinning and gives a little gentle nod.
That would have been a cool thing that you could have like shared ahead of time, but you know, it's fine.
I feel that it would have diluted the experience for you.
I'm gonna look at my sword. What's your name? What are your pronouns?
Ooh,
What? We'll figure out your zodiac sign.
I am whatever you call me.
Okay, whatever you call me.
Hi, whatever you call me. I'm Dad.
Okay, well, we'll spitball. We'll throw some names on a chalkboard. We'll ask Spunk about it too. He's brilliant.
What is this spunk?
Spunk is an entity unto itself. That's a spunk, and I'm gonna point the sword at Spunk while saying that's a spunk.
It's going to respond if after a couple seconds and joyfully say in your head, "This feels like a conduit for nonsense."
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes that's pretty accurate. The sword says you are a conduit of nonsense. Or for nonsense.
Okay, sure. Fireball.
Oh no.
So corn dog, on the table, a couple important things real quick.
Question for the GM.
Yes.
Can I use the wish spell to give the sword a physical mouth?
You could.
Don't
attempt
you
to do
dare.
so.
That is such a powerful spell, and we don't know what the next week has in store for us. So don't you dare.
I would say
I just want to know
for
if I
something
can.
that is so important to another character, I would ask for consent first. Because
Good answer.
That goes beyond a silly, I think. But yeah, make that conversation happen if you need to. But corn dog, the boon that you rolled for the D100 roll you did last time was for a property that this will have aside from what is listed by default, and that was to have.
What did I roll?
You rolled a 61, and that translates to a randomly determined minor property, and your D20 was to determine that property.
Of magic mouth.
Your D10 was personality. That was my own addition. So your property is waterborne, and we don't have to figure this out now, but I'll also help with figuring out how to get this onto like the character sheet so you don't have to just remember it.
Great, because I'm a silly goose.
Waterborne. So this item floats on any liquid, and you, as its bearer, have advantage on strength and athletic checks to swim. Or anything related to swimming.
Swim.
Moon and water, I guess that kind of makes sense, you know. What do you remember what I rolled on my roll, D100 roll? I don't remember. I didn't write it down.
You rolled a D100?
I thought you made us both do it. I could be wrong.
I thought it was just her.
Maybe we overwrote that too for the thing I sent you.
Oh, yes, we did.
I thought I remember rolling one, but I don't think it mattered or something.
Right. It was different for the for the thing you sent me.
Cool. So mine doesn't talk? Perfect.
All right. You now have that.
I have a surfboard sword.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Is it a broadsword, like a great sword? Could you surf on it?
I can wield a greatsword now because I've got big enough muscles.
I mean, I think you always did, but you know when people like magically wield the sword and they don't actually hold it, but they like swing their magic and then the sword swings? That's what I
Yeah.
imagined you doing beforehand, so.
Nice.
I mean, I just didn't use melee weapons. I used melee magic instead. After I threw out my back trying to become better than what's his nut from the Order of the Gauntlet.
Gandalf? Gimli.
Nope.
He was kind of like Gimli in my head.
Onthar.
Yes. that one.
Anthar.
I remember him. Still hate him. But he's fine.
So we just go party now?
Well, should we be aware of anything? How would you like us to contact you when the time is nigh? Oh, fellow elves.
Say that again? What are you asking?
How would they prefer to be contacted when we need to gather our allies?
A simple message to me should suffice. Your mother chimes in.
Eh. Well,
I still think it would be cool to make another just few moon weapons so that the whole party is, you know, like ready for Tiamat, but I look at the room of exhausted people.
The Forge Master is gonna chime in and say, "Sir, you must understand that this is a once in centuries event that we can perform."
Why didn't anyone start by telling us that?
I just assumed you knew.
I just didn't listen to those teachings, sorry.
Is there anything that we could possibly buy here, though, to help our friends out? Like maybe better armor or even just some upgraded weapons to help, like Ulta and stuff?
Why, of course. I can meet you at the forgery in an hour. The forgery, the forge.
The forgery. It's fake.
I will say I
Saw
don't
my look.
I don't think I've ever upgraded past like a +1 longbow, so like maybe I could get something a little bit nicer than that while we're here. I feel like elven and longbows is a thing.
Let's go to the forgery and find out.
I just need about an hour to rest, and I should be able to meet you there and handle whatever else is needed, as long as it's not as in this sort of magnitude. And he gestures at the Moonblade.
Sister, can you commune with other gods? Or just your god?
I just talked to the Moonweaver. I don't. There's already enough going on in my brain now. I'm pretty sure it's just with your own.
Okay. For research purposes.
I'll double check. Yeah, it's or wait. Yes, it's you contact your deity or a divine proxy. So it would have to be someone related to the Moonweaver. The person who gives me this power.
Yeah, I don't.
Are you trying to call your boyfriend?
No, I'm trying to call his father, because like I still want like a little bit of clarification with that kind of thing. So I was seeing if I could just, you know.
It feels like a weird like father, son, cousin.
Yeah. I've been like scrolling through my tomes and like thinking about what I know as I've like advanced in my like my own faith journey, and we don't really get a lot of communication with our deity. We kind of just are like their weapon, I guess. So it's kind of like a, you know, weird connection I've got compared to yours now.
Is this like a jealousy thing?
No, I'm just like, you know.
Because you've had that super cool liar this whole time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe it is a jealousy thing because like I have the super cool layer, but I don't think it packs as much punch as your moon sword. So now I'm a little jealous. But
We'll make it pack as much punch. Easy.
yeah. I mean, I think if I attune to a weapon, it becomes like the slot of that. Like I think that enchantment was given to me by Corey, so I think it like fills that.
So you could make a sun blade with the
Yeah,
lie.
I guess any bow I have is a sun bow at that point, because like when I've attuned to like a weapon, it's kind of taken that whole that hex sun form.
All right. Well, let's let him nap. Let's go get some cinnamon rolls on our way.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure Ulta, Aster, and Spunk, we could find some with bugs, or we could ask for bugs to be put in some. If you want bugs, or if you just want plain cinnamon rolls, that's an option, or ones with berries, that's an option.
All of those sound great.
I mean, they'll go out of your way.
Yeah.
No, it's literally, it's like cinnamon roll place, forgery.
Wow, we're not going to let that go, are we?
Nope.
I could just
If I had to
pick one up
deal
off
with
the
cinnamon
ground.
crisp at my table for 5 years, you can deal with forgery for however long this.
If it's available, then sure. But you know, he'll bend over and like,
Yeah.
snatch a bug off the ground and like bite the head off, and then like squeeze the rest out like an Oreo.
Oh, juicy. Mm.
Yeah. So like, you know, nature's bounty and whatnot. Sorry, delicious bug.
As Ulta watches Spunk do that, she's just gonna take like a drink of water and out of her pocket, pull out a small satchel of like already dried and cleaned off bugs. Like
Ulta has standards.
just a smidge different of an experience.
I'm rich.
Yeah, just you know, just gonna take that in for a second. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely eat them like that.
Mm-hmm. Sure can.
I appreciate that. I'll stick with this. And she's just gonna kind of keep like her little bag.
I love how this is the Princess Bride meets The Hills Have Eyes kind of.
Oh my god.
All right.
Damn.
We head to the
So-
cinnamon place.
Let's go get some cinnamon rolls while we wait to go to the armory forge place.
There's a lot of newer things in this website that didn't used to be here. Nondescript website I'm using for my D&D character sheet. I just started shopping.
We're in a new world.
Yeah, I've never heard of half this stuff. It's really cool.
So, cinnamon rolls, huh?
Let's go get some cinnamon rolls.
We find a store called the Cheesecake Phylactery.
Hell yeah.
That's so good.
Oh, shit.
See, I am in awe of your mind.
I adore you.
I think it's from the internet, to be fair. I think I read it somewhere once.
That was
Maybe a book.
No, just claim it as original content.
Okay, it's original content.
fucking magic.
You're doing what to my DM?
Hey now.
You're an all-star.
I have a sound for that, but I'm not gonna play it.
Game on?
Yeah.
Go ride.
So yeah, let's go. What do you guys need here at the Cinnamon Roll Shop Factory, the Cheesecake Phylactery?
Are they all?
If you look through the Cheesecake Phylactery's menu, it's approximately 20 pages.
Feels like we came to the wrong place for cinnamon rolls, but
That's just what I get when I'm here. So you can
really
get whatever you
tell.
want.
Also, the decor is very confusing here. Like, is it elvish? Is it dwarven?
I
Little-
think someone had an idea at one point,
I
and then
think
it
a
was
lot of
taken up by
people-
someone else with another idea. Yeah, you've got it, Spunk. A lot
Three
of people
managers
had
each
ideas.
had their own idea, and they went with it at the same
Yeah.
time.
Front of house and back of house did not talk to each other during this process.
Yeah. One of them was like, "I'm going to get Phoenician wallpaper," and the other one was like, "I want gold filigree on pillars." So very confusing.
Is it Baroque? Is it Grecian? Is it Italian?
Yes.
Also, why are cheesecakes only 2 pages of the 20-page menu?
I don't know. It's confusing to me
Well-
because they have orange chicken and jambalaya. So I'm not really sure where the origins of this restaurant are, but it's certainly a fusion.
All right, so I'm gonna get. Let me just pull this part up. I'm gonna get the celebration cheesecake as well as the Cinnabon cinnamon swirl cheesecake.
Are you looking at an actual menu?
Yes, and the side of the warm apple crisp. That would be great. You have to scroll really far down on their website to get to the cheesecakes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ulta's gonna step up and go, I'll take the avocado egg rolls. I'm not entirely sure what you can get on a Cuban sandwich, but that sounds pretty good with extra pickles.
It's gelatinous Cuban sandwich.
Oh my god.
Like a disgusting Midwest Jello treat. Yeah.
The pickles
Ew.
are tiny little splooshes of gelatinous cube that are actually just spice. The little acid
Yeah.
burns on your tongue with each bite.
Oh, it's digesting me back. There must be pineapple in it.
I'm gonna go ahead and get a guava sparkler to go. And yeah, I'll just take just a regular old cinnamon roll, and then I'll just sprinkle my own stuff on top.
Is that all?
Oh,
Oh,
certainly
can I get
not.
a? Yeah, sorry, I forgot. One more thing for mine. Could I get the cinnamon roll pancakes?
Oh,
Those fucking slap.
they're so good.
Fun fact, I've never eaten at a Cheesecake Factory. I've never eaten at a Cheesecake Phylactery.
I only made it to one once after a bunch of us kept saying, I've never been there because you can never get a seat. It's always too
No,
busy.
It's always way too busy.
So we got reservations because my friend figured out how to do that.
They have a
Once
Cinnabon
for the
cinnamon
reservation,
swirl.
but did not. No one had any cheesecake.
Oh, I got cake. I fucking love with 6 pieces.
Okay, you're going to be charged a grand total of 6 gold and 3 copper.
Put it on our gold card.
Sure.
Yeah.
Put that on the black card.
Who gives
Yep.
a shit? Which
Our
deity
platinum
comes
card.
with the Godiva chocolate brownie sundae?
I learned what a black card was yesterday.
I've never had the Godiva chocolate brownie sundae, but that sounds delicious.
Looks kind of basic to me.
It does, but it comes with extra chocolate.
However, I'm about to goon for the next 30 minutes on this coconut cream pie cheesecake.
Jesus.
Goon away, Spunk. Goon away. We've got like a
Goon.
full hour before he's like ready
I'll
to
be right back. Going to my goon cave.
He swallows himself.
I just crawl in my own mouth and disappear.
Like folding a bag of holding in half is just you.
This game is so stupid. I like it.
You know, like the word buffoonery.
Mhm.
I know of it.
I hear that with like bagoonery.
I'm gonna
Bagoonery
bagoon
of the
everywhere.
highest order.
The
No.
bagoonery of the spunk guy or spunk thing.
Oh man.
Tangential question. It's like tangential, but it's still like game related. So, would I know where like larger temples of the sun god or Corellin would be? Like the biggest temple of the Moonweaver is in this moon elf town, like, cause like, yeah, just from knowledge.
Yes. History check.
Oh God. 0.
Damn. You know that at least a few should exist. You have heard of one.
Cool. What
Hang
is
on.
more character than rolling a 0 on it?
Yeah, you know that several should exist. You've heard of. Oh, God damn it! And then I closed the window.
No, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's getting cold outside, that's okay.
Was it a internet tab?
Yeah.
Control Shift T.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And that opens the last tab you closed.
Okay. Sweet.
That's gonna
The
save my
more you
life later,
know.
Chris. Thank you.
What is
That
it?
was
Control.
fucking awesome and a
Shift
rare
T?
moment of clarity from your boy Chris, huh?
You're brilliant, and don't let me tell you otherwise.
Okay.
I come
Internet
back
does
from
not
my goon
answer.
cave looking like I had an accident inside the icing machine at the Wetzel's Pretzels.
How dare you bring Wetzel's pretzels into this?
Okay, now I have
I
to ask.
gooned
like,
too close to the sun god, you guys.
I have to ask because you're like actively saying these things about your character. What does gooning for a frog look like? Like, what do you expect looking like that you're saying you're looking like?
It's interesting you asked me that question as if I don't have something prepared. Because I do have cloacas. So I imagine, given that, like, cloacas are often both excretory and sex organs for some animals, and I believe this is the case for frigs, that just eating a shit ton of it and then forcing himself to crap might be the same thing as gooning.
Christ.
And suddenly, this is a Vorus stream, and that's where I'll pull this plane out of its nosedive, dig my heels in, and pull back as hard as I can so we level out. So, how's everybody's cheesecake? That's what that looks like.
Hyacinth, yes. You know that there should be several. You're not really sure exactly where any would be, other than at least a generic Temple of the Seldarine in Waterdeep.
No,
All right. We're actually going to pause here, guys. Take our first short break of the evening. We will be right back.
all ingredients tend to be equal.
Do they?
Yeah. You have enough meat to go with every bite of pasta usually. And if you're not a coward, you put enough Parmesan on top of that bitch so that every bite is coated in some Parmesan.
I mean,
And then there's enough sauce that's around everything so you don't have to scoop up salsa from the side.
I get Parmesan in every bite, but I don't think it was enough Parmesan to justify like the liquid cheese of nachos.
You assume that we put like a cheese sauce on top. When I make nachos, I'm a gremlin. I put Kraft single slices that I rip up and melt them on there because melty Kraft singles are the best
I'm
cheese.
so glad this is immortalized.
Fun fact: Kraft singles legally cannot be called cheese by the FDA because they are less than 50% actual cheese.
That is what I
Delicious.
agree with. That's what
Perfect.
So you're
Don't tell
saying
me
I'm,
things.
are you saying I'm wasting time by opening the plastic before eating them? Because
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
Pretty much. Anyway, we got a little glimpse behind the scenes, guys. These are the
Oh,
shenanigans
are
we
we
have.
live again?
Oh
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yes, we
Right.
have been for like a hot minute.
Christ. All right. In before comments coming in on our YouTube about how we're all wrong about food. Thank you for
Oh my
interacting with our
God.
content. So anyway, we're back in
I felt
Everesca.
pretty right.
Yep.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
Again, thank you for interacting with our content. So we're moving on now though to we have acquired our Moonblade, and we handled breakfast. What's next? And I mean like for you guys, as much over the table as much as in character, what is what's the big next that we're thinking?
Dinner theater, right? Like
Yeah,
we all
this
had
our
this
dance
place.
Mhm.
our dance party with the Ultikin.
Yeah. So to Waterdeep then.
Quickly
Cool.
pen another letter.
Just real fast.
But I would
We
like
can go
to-
through tree, right? You got another tree spell up your hoo-ha?
Well, I wouldn't describe
That's not
it
where that
as
comes from.
Sleeve?
Better.
I mean,
We're not gonna talk about that though.
we'll argue about holes all day, but I'll acquiesce at sleeve.
Anyway, I'm gonna cast the fucking spell.
Wait! I want to go shopping first. We were gonna go.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well,
So here's some things to point out. Sounds
Can we
like
just
you
get a
want to go
list of
Waterdeep
the
next.
armory?
I should point out that you guys have not contacted the Council of Waterdeep in any way to invite them to this dinner party that it sounds like you claimed you wanted to include them in.
We were going to invite the dragons, I thought.
Sorry, not
No.
the Council of Waterdeep, the Council of Dragons.
Yeah, which we still haven't talked to any of them about
You
it
have not
either.
talked
We
to
don't
any of
have
them in any
dates
way.
and times from Ulta's parents yet.
But you were about to just go there, so I just wanted to point out that, like,
Yeah,
you know
so
the
we
whole
can
cart
ask them a
horse
date
thing?
and time.
Woo. But also, you did want to go to the armory, which seems like a more local and immediate next. So that seems appropriate.
yeah.
If there's just like a shopping list that we should go off of and you don't want us to ramble forever, feel free to post it somewhere.
Yeah, I
Otherwise, we're
mean,
going to go shopping.
you're gonna have to tell shopkeep / forge master what it is you want.
I have found profound inspiration via. I can't think of anything clever right now. Google. No. Is that copyright? No, I found a bow upgrade I was very interested in called like what is there at level 19 is there a level of magic item that would be out of our capability of reaching?
As far as like being able to wield it, not necessarily, but
No,
you know,
like
legendary items and artifacts of incredible power have to. I mean, they're obviously incredibly rare, and so you probably would not be able to just find one in a shop. But
interesting. Right.
I would need over the table. I would need some headway on what you're thinking, because I'm all about yes, let's make it happen. But you know, legendary items are going to take some feats of difficulty to get.
Yeah, in my perusing of the shops, I found something called the Longbow of the Healing Hearth,
Whoa!
which is interesting because it's official content, but it's a legendary longbow. So if that's unrealistic, I can shop lower. But if I see something that piques my interest, I'm gonna click on it.
That's an oxymoron, because if it's healing, it can't hurt.
So I'll say this, in character, you guys would know this. As far as like being able to find such items like in a shop, not gonna happen. It would be so incredibly rare for such a thing to happen. Like you would be talking about someone who was, I guess for over the table talk, like already a level 20 adventurer that was like, they retired and opened up a shop in a city and decided to sell all their stuff. And something like this would be like not even displayed. So, and that would be like best case scenario. More realistic scenario would be to expect that you could get probably items of rare quality or lower. And even then you'd have to, you know, look in bigger cities like Waterdeep and Silvery Moon, places like that, to have a shot at it. All of these other like super rare things, over the table we would need to talk about what you're trying to get at, and then we can figure out like where they fit in acquiring them.
So in my color scheme, that is non-existent except for in my mental image. Blue would be rare, correct?
Yes. Okay. Gray is common, green is uncommon, blue is rare.
Okay, cool. That's good knowledge.
That's a good wisdom.
I was just thinking if there was anywhere I was to find a fancy bow, it would stereotypically be elves, right?
A good bow, yes. Something that crazy,
yeah, that's a good
not just
point.
available for sale. What else? Excuse me.
Now that we want to start communicate with the Council of Dragons.
How about we have someone doing that while others are looking
He's
at
like,
things
I
that you
don't
might want
have the means.
shop
That's
for.
just a thought.
I can communicate with them. I don't need to shop right now. I just got a fucking sword. Meow.
I mean, what
And
would
it makes
shopping really get
lightsaber
accomplished?
sounds.
Do you do them with your mouth whenever
Wish,
you say?
wish, 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 wish. Just like Ewan McGregor couldn't, like, they had to cut a bunch of his face because he kept making the whoosh whoosh sounds as he was like playing with his stick.
What would shopping accomplish for us? Do we need anything? I mean,
We
if
need
you're
any
gonna-
better
if-
weapons.
We're gonna
The only
shoehorn
people
a
that-
shopping episode into this bitch. I'm gonna go to the knick-knack store and buy myself a couple of paper wings.
I was specifically just looking for a longbow upgrade. That's it. So nothing too particular.
So that sort of thing, we could talk about like the Forge Master taking a weapon you do have and improving it.
Okay.
Instead of just giving you some, like having something for sale that's completely new and kind of out of the realm of,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it, realistic even in this game.
If that is a possibility, though, I might want to try to find like the Sun Temple or something, just so it feels like more like fitting with my character's arc than just being like, hey, like Forge Master from home. So maybe that's like some in-game research that I have to do to find like a Sun Forge or like something rather than a Moonwell. But I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So we can table that. No need to. I'm shopping and feeling uninspired by these wooden longbows. I'm like, fine craft, but I'm looking for something a little more oomph.
Okay.
Alta will say we could do that bit with the temples and things you need in Waterdeep, but somebody still needs to send messages to the Dragon Council.
Yeah.
Juno.
All right, I can Dragon Council message it up. Hey, Elia. We are coming back to Waterdeep and are looking to set up a dinner if you guys want to come. No date yet. That's what she gets.
So you're inviting them to dinner.
Yes, but they don't have a date or time yet. I was asking them if they would like to come to dinner.
Elia would respond.
It's pretty vague. I only have 25 words.
What would be the purpose of this dinner?
Gotta waste another spell.
To eat food. To
What level
eat
spell
food.
is?
Dumbass.
Just 4 words.
Why use many word when
You could
few
also
word
say,
do
like,
trick?
Update and see your pretty face. Because, like, we haven't updated them in a while, I don't think.
Yeah. We have updates and questions. Alta's parents would be hosting. We also have questions about memory modification. It's a lot.
There would be a long pause before you'd get a response.
No, they have a bat!
We already ate, so we just be there to food goon.
Make a persuasion check.
You hate me?
No.
I rolled a 5.
Her face.
Oh no. Oh, corn dog. I don't hate you, I promise. Response?
Let's take this person who doesn't have a single lick of charisma.
I'm sure you understand that we have many a great affair to tend to. Perhaps if you can give us more reason to come, we should consider it.
All right, you guys, they're saying that we're not cool enough to hang out with them right now, and they need better reasons to hang out with us. Does anyone
no.
have any ideas on what we could say to convince them to join us? Because we need to learn from them.
You can tell me you think I'm a dragon.
That would probably do it.
Are you sure, Ulta?
No, I mean, I don't particularly like it, but we also need their help. So, we could just be like, we think this thing's happening or whatever.
I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on my Riz for this next bit. So I we'll message them again. We think Ulta may be a dragon or have been a dragon. Unclear. We also have been considering going to hell. What do you think?
All right, new persuasion check. This will be at advantage with the Eagles. I forget the word, but for enhance ability.
Eagles Riz.
The Eagles Riz.
I think it's
I think it's
just that I
Fox's
get that
cunning.
bonus. Or wait, no. Oh, I get temporary HP? No, that's if you do the... Never mind. Yeah. So 20 this time.
Name a place and time, and we shall seriously consider
Oh.
it.
Okay. They want us to name a place and time. So we should just bamf on back to your parents' place and ask them place and time, right? Because we don't want to be like Craigmaw Manor on June 30th, and then they already had like plans on June 30th.
My mom loves this shit. She'll be fine. But yeah, we probably should tell her sooner rather than later.
Okay, I'm gonna send a message to your mom real quick. We've met her before, right? We met her once, like in passing after we got ice cream. No?
No,
No?
you have not met either of Volta's parents yet.
Never mind. I won't send them a message. Sorry.
Fine. I'll send a little Rocky Talkie over to my girl. Astral. I think she's the only one I can talk
Oh,
to.
Astriel? Yes.
But she's in Waterdeep, so she could at least run over there and be like, "They're coming."
Yeah. So I'll just send her just a quick little message. Hey, Astral. We're heading back to Waterdeep. If you could please let my family know to prepare for guests. And possibly a party. Mom knows about it, don't worry.
I think that's more than 25, but we can hand wave that. Get
Well, they
enough
have
of
like the
message across.
sending stones, so it just goes back and forth between them, right?
It is still it
Yeah.
works the
Oh.
same way as sending.
Yeah, it just doesn't blow out your spell slots.
Right.
Mine are busted.
Okay. The ear-shaped rock that you have is going to glow like an orange, which you haven't experienced before.
Hello?
When you put it up to your ear, you hear your own message again. What is your passive perception?
18.
Okay, you would take this to mean like, oh, the message is sent, but it has not been. Nobody's listened to the answering machine yet.
It's still marked as undelivered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or delivered but not seen or heard.
Alright, guys. She'll get it when she gets it, but either way, we can get to my house. To be fair, Mom knows we're coming, so we'll just talk.
I'll just message her once we get there and stuff and chat with your mom. We can make her wait an hour. It'll probably be fine.
Sure.
Also, I have a question. It might be a little bit intrusive, but I think you're used to me by now, so I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Does your mom
Okay.
always know when you're coming?
No, I keep it pretty private most days.
I was kind of
This time though, letting her know.
He's like, I should have kept that one in.
Fair. Good question. So are we gonna walk into the Trissy?
The Trussie does take us closer to Ulta's house.
Ugh.
Not
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Aster,
cast
if you
the
have a better
spell.
word for it, just let us know. We don't have to stick with that. That was just the first thing I can.
Yeah,
Can
we
you-
call it whatever else you want. You can call it anything else. That was just the first thing popped into my head.
Can you like conjure a door into a tree so it's not like, like a
Pussy Willow.
yeah. Like, are there different ways to open the tree?
Sure. Yeah, she'll open the bark like a fucking door.
All right, everyone in! And Juno just started shoving because we only have like
Weird.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Weird that you took this long to do it that way. Was there a reason you were doing it the other way for so long?
I mean, I don't remember doing it the other way canonically, but okay.
Oh boy.
I think it's the assumption we made about the tree doors.
All right, so we're going to Waterdeep. Where's the Waterdeep map? Hey guys, we have a lot of maps. Here it is.
Mud flats.
Whoa, there's a place called the House of the Moon.
We would have come out over here. Yeah.
You would have come out over here. This is the
Oh,
grove of trees that Aster knows.
This place is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Ulta.
Come out of the Grove Groove.
Yep.
This would be a little bit surprising to you because you have tree teleported out of here before, but to your knowledge, magical teleportation into Waterdeep is incredibly restricted and magically warded in dozens of different ways. But Aster was able to do this successfully without any harm or otherwise poor consequence coming to you all.
Good job, bud. You're so good at this. Thanks for
There's
being
no
you.
fire.
All right. Well, I guess we'll head towards my house. It's right here. I just made it up. Picked one.
I thought you lived all the way over here by the Honorable Knight. I was like,
In
we
the-
have to walk across all of town.
In the trades ward, she would never.
She did used to play there all the time.
I did do that.
You can't go down to the southern wards. Then people will know that you're.
You need to borrow my black card? Here.
Dang.
You all mind if I'm late? I might go try to find this temple that I vaguely know nothing about.
Okay, well, make sure you go to Ulta's house first before you do that, because if you don't know where Ulta lives, I'm not helping you.
Oh, true. Good point. Good point. I'll go with you guys and then venture off.
I would like to scramble up Juno's body and stand on like the tippy top of their head and do like a meerkat stand.
Okay, you're standing
like-
on top of the hat that you gave me.
Yeah, I climb it like like a tree and just get on the point and like look out as far as I can. Just want to get a lay of the land here.
Okay.
My neck looks like John Cena's neck, so I can support you.
Oh my God.
Okay, so probably the most prominent structure overall that you're going to see is this this clearly what's like a temple or a mosque of some sort.
Oh.
Right here across the street.
Oh,
It is this like multi-chambered, dome-topped, gold and marble and stone structure that looks like it like the construction finished yesterday. Like it clearly is something that has been here for a long time, but it's like in pristine condition. And it absolutely towers over everything within a 500-foot radius in any direction at least. Everything else is going to be more kind of like middle tier quality housing overall. And you'll see that the bigger street down here to your west is going to be a little bit busier than most. Seems kind of like a main artery going through the city. And everything else around you is more that like modest but not poor by any means residential.
Also, what's that big fancy thing?
It's a temple. Temple of Beauty.
Ulta, this would spring a memory for you that you'd remember talking amongst maybe some peers as a child about the fire-haired lady being the deity of this temple.
The really spicy lady who runs that place.
I'm like thinking about like, do you think Corey's dad is beautiful? And then you're gonna say a spicy lady, and I'm like, wait, never mind. Like the converted paladin who knows nothing about religion but's trying to figure it out. Okay.
I'm here for it.
Well, I mean, you could try. You're welcome to walk in there. They'll let you.
Maybe if it's like the closest thing to your place, like I'll go back to it before I get lost trying to find the other place. And be like, do you know directions to...
Yeah, maybe they have like a map of the stars or map of the gods or whatever, you know?
Yeah, like the temples all know where the other temples are, I feel like.
Alright, well... Okay, feel free to be as weird as you need to with my parents. They're kind of used to it with me, so she'll just walk in the front door.
Okay. Walking in the front door. Chrissy, do you have any... I don't mean to put you on the spot for anything you don't want to... We can just hand wave whatever you want. But do you have any sort of desire for a description of what your home looks like?
Yeah, I mean, it's... When you walk in the front door, it is what you would imagine like a noble medieval family living in. It's not like a castle by any means, but it's very palatial. It's nice. It is very well maintained. Her parents take care of their space. There's a crest. There's like a coat of arms hanging in the front. They are a noble family in the city, so the crest, it looks like a field with blue flames and some crescent moons. And there's like lots of horse riding things, like you would see like a lot of art with fields and horses and different portraits of, you know, like mares and stallions with like little nameplates on it. Like it's very clear that everything in their home is like well maintained. But it's not like overt and it's not gaudy. It's just very nice. And she kind of like walks into the house like a spoiled rotten kid, and opens the front door and it drops her backpack and she's like, Mom, Dad, we're here. What rooms do you want me to put everybody in?
Okay, so you're gonna hear some just like a and some shuffling around of things that like off in a distant room, like on an upper level, and some rushed footsteps, and you'll all see this human man with like a solid beard, definitely salt and peppery thing going on, just kind of like half waddled down the stairs. He's got a little bit of a gut, nothing crazy, but you can tell that like he's had some years, and he's gonna stop at like halfway down the stairs and do this, like lean over and look at you. Is that my girl? Ulta Cragmaw, get over here. Big
She-
hugs every time.
Yeah, she's gonna run up and give him the biggest hugs. You smell disgusting. You smell like horses. You smell like a horse farm.
You, the semi-famous adventurer, are going to talk to me about how I smell in my own house, young lady. I taught you better.
Okay, you're right. I apologize. I love you.
Hey,
And she's gonna cook them
you
on
got
the
plenty
floor.
of bugs. You got bugs. You like them bugs.
Yeah.
We got more bugs in the kitchen.
Okay. But did you get the kind that are like salt and vinegar flavored? Because
We got all 17 of the kinds you like. You know me. I never know which way you want them, sideways, up, way, down, whatever. You say vinegar?
Yeah, the salt and vinegar one.
Shoot, honey. Might need to get some vinegar. Oh, you know your mother. She's taking forever to get ready again. It's okay. So don't comment on it. Just are y'all hungry? We can have y'all get some food. Come. And he's gonna like finish coming down the stairs and basically like grab Ulta by like his hand is as big as her forearm, and just kind of like half drag her along. Come now.
I'm like just like gonna lean over to my sister and be like, I just realized that we're probably like 4 times older than her parents.
Yeah, let's not bring that up.
And we act like this. I'm gonna follow.
Do you think we're all gonna have to eat bugs?
No, don't worry. Are you
Oh
saying
no,
that?
don't worry, guests. I'm gonna need to get y'all's names in a minute, but no, the bugs are for the bug-eating people. Do y'all like bugs?
I'm curious if the bugs is like a family thing now, or if they do it because you like it, or if they also have like raised you to eat bugs. And I'm just gonna wait and figure it out.
Yeah, does this fully human man have anything in his teeth right now?
Make a perception check.
Yes. Oh boy.
Nice. No, he doesn't have anything in his teeth. Chrissy, overrule me if I say anything that's incorrect, but I vaguely recall us talking about how, like, as you were growing up, like your eating habits were a little bit all over the place. And upon learning that you liked eating bugs and things of that nature, they basically just like adopted it, but not for themselves.
I hit the mute button and it didn't.
Yeah. They basically did their best with trying to get me to be, proper by way of what society would deem that. But as I started training and doing things like that, it was much better for my health and wellness. So they just went with it.
Here we go.
Fact.
What's everybody doing?
As Alta is walking with her father, she is telling all sorts of stories about all sorts of things that we've seen
Nice.
and done. And her, little tiny arm is wrapped around his arm. In probably the most loving looking thing you've probably ever seen from Ulta. This is probably feels pretty out of character for any of what you guys have ever seen from her.
Oh, so now you say you have a small dragon, and then you fight the big ones, and then there were, did I hear undead?
And she's gonna take Sunrunner out. No secret. No secrets in this family, apparently.
As soon as he pokes his little head out, your dad is gonna go, well, what do we have here? You weren't kidding one lick, were you? Hang on. And all of you are gonna smell this like really warm, maybe a little bit spicy, kind of peppery smell coming from the kitchen. And he's going to like take this giant wooden spoon. It's like seriously 3.5 feet long. and start like take the lid off of this humongous pot that's on like an open fire in the kitchen wall, and just go, ooh, you're gonna like this mumbo jaya jumbo mumbo jumbo. I don't have the name straight yet, but I learned this one from the fellows down the street. They just moved in a few weeks ago, and let me tell you, whoo, it's gonna be a little spicy. I hope you like spicy. Stirs it around a little bit, slaps the top of the pot back on, and goes to the counter where there's like scraps of clearly what was like foods used to prepare what's in the pot right now, and pull out, like, get one handful of like vegetable scraps, like roots and shells of what look like onions and garlic and things like that, and then in the other hand grab like 3 different types of meat that you can see to just like leftover like chunks of fat and like gristle and stuff like that. And he's just gonna like awkwardly walk up to Sunrunner like this, like he's trying to shrink himself to match Sunrunner's size, just hold out both hands to him. It's a little man like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of both. What do we think?
Oh yeah, he eats meat. That'll be fine. Go ahead, and I'll not allow, but direct Sunrunner to pop over there and eat all the bits.
So Sunrunner is going to like get a little wide-eyed and do a little poof of fire toward the hand that has meat in it. Your dad's gonna be like, "Ooh, spicy one. Whoop, sorry, little guy," and basically drop the meat to the floor. And Sunrunner is just gonna like run around it, blowing a little fire on, and just start housing what is like a humongous amount of food for him. It was just like a little handful for your father, but clearly the size difference is eminent.
Yeah. So we need to borrow some of Mom's time. I'm really hoping. I sent a letter. To be fair, I did try to get ahead of this.
Yes, we did receive your letter.
Oh, okay, good. We're hoping to have a nice fancy dinner with some people here, maybe.
Oh, is that today?
No. I don't think we've decided on a
Yeah,
day.
we're looking for a date and time that works best for you guys.
Okay, well, aside from our normal daily business, we should, with enough leeway, we can figure it out.
Right, how much is enough leeway?
Well, you know how your mother is sometimes with planning and getting everything together, but I think we could, with at least a few hours, if a day or two is warranted, that would be even better.
Okay, so 2 days?
Yeah.
2 days would be great. She would love that, and it would make me very happy to be, in her good graces with making things happen. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna step out and just quietly send a message, so that way they can continue.
Oh, yes, by the way, I have not received any of y'all's names.
I'm Juno.
Yes, I'm beside myself.
I'm beside myself. I'm Dad.
Oh,
We were
no.
waiting all session for that.
I'm moving in. I'm moving in. Where's my room? You can call me Spunk.
I'm Aster.
I'm Icarus, but they just call me Icky.
Well, that
Since
seems lovely,
when?
but I will be calling you Icarus if it doesn't make no mind to you.
I just came up with that. I thought it was really creative.
So, Dad, Juno is the one with the moon goddess. I know I've written letters to Mom explaining this a bit.
Oh, yes, we are familiar.
Icarus is the sun one, with the sun. Aster does all the nature stuff. And Spunk does everything. And maybe too much sometimes, but it's really good. And also, I don't feel so weird when I'm eating my trail mix sometimes because of Spunk, so I'm grateful.
Oh, so you enjoy the bugs too? Well, by all means, please have at it. And he's gonna gesture to like an entire cabinet dedicated to bugs, grubs, moss, and general groundy things to be consumed.
I'm going to leap off of Juno. No. Yes. Juno's hat, where I've been this entire time, and sticky pad myself to the cabinet as I open the cabinet and just kind of crawl in and close behind me.
So, how are things been going here? You know, how's my sister doing? How are the horses? How are the weapons and the things that you guys do?
Just give me 1 second. Why is that not working? All right. Well, the horse is going great. Selphorn is, well, as you know, highly ambitious, so she is gone darn well near 8-10 hours a day, doing weekends and everything, working toward that guild achievement she's been yapping on about forever. Seems like it's going well. She's not here right now, but probably will be in a little while. And he just starts kind of rambling on and on and on for a minute or two, and you'll all hear some shuffling coming down the stairs again, kind of in a hurry. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the beginning of the party. Oh, look at you all. This is so wonderful. Hello, Ulta. Do you have your tea?
Yeah, of course. And she'll bring her cup out. And
Oh, I did not mean an empty teacup. Here. And she's just gonna like do this at you.
And she'll walk over, give her mom a big old hug.
Big hug in return, and she like, while you're hugging her, she like uses one arm to swipe the teacup out of your hand. Now, I'm sure I'm going to have to get all caught up on everything. Sorry if you have to repeat, but you know how I like to hear about the adventures. She's gonna go over to another smaller pot that's kind of like near the fire, and take it off, pour some in your teacup, and hand it to you.
Thanks, Ma. And you will actually see, probably you would have not seen it since the beginning of the campaign, but she will drink tea, but it will actually be quite like a sophisticated way to drink it. Like the tea saucer comes with the cup and she's holding it well and the whole 9 yards.
I love to imagine that with their little claws too. It's really cute.
Yeah, man. Little tiny claws holding a little teacup.
Oh my goodness, look at you all. Aren't you just something? And she's going to go over to Icarus and kind of like pinch your shoulder like she's trying to feel your muscles. And Aster, she kind of like looks at your head garment and like the clothes you're wearing and like taking it all in. She's got this just like huge gleaming smile the whole time. And then she like turns her head toward the shuffling in the cupboard and has a curious look on her face and just kind of opens the cupboard. Spunk, what does she see?
He's whatever the biggest bug in this cupboard is, it's like head first in his mouth. With like the back legs, if it's alive, still like wiggling as he like pinches down and then like slurps the insides so hard that it like soda can crushes in front of his mouth like a pacifier.
Nice. My goodness, I can't say I've ever seen a grung before. What's your name?
My name is Spunk. Hi.
Hold that thought. And she's going to like quickly shuffle over like outside the door and on the way grab another pot. And you'll hear some like scraping on like the ground just outside the door, and she'll come back in holding this pot that's just full of mud and plop it down on the floor right in front of the cabinet that you're in.
Am I supposed to get in that?
Well, I assume you like. Oh, am I over assuming? I'm so sorry.
Oh, I mean, if it's for like consume, I thought you were going to cook me with it in the pot.
Oh,
so.
no, it's mud. It's just for your comfort.
Oh, okay. I mean, waste not, want not, and he'll just kind of cricket jump like out the cabinet and bloop, just a little droplet will come up as he plunges into the dirt.
Nice.
Oh, this is quality. You can feel it. You can really like. There's no grain. Very smooth. It's almost like I'm bathing in butter.
Now then, what can we do for you? What you wrote your letter, of course, but fill me in. Give me all the details. What's going on?
Ulta will recount everything she's already said, so everyone will have to listen to her talk again. But then we'll say, and as she's finishing, the letter we sent, we're hoping, I think Juno is sending notice to some folks for dinner in 2 nights. If you could help plan that, maybe we could use the formal dining room. I know we don't usually use that except for holidays, but feels like
special occasions say no more. And she's just gonna like brush off into the other room and just go at it with starting to figure out chairs and like table runners and silverware and glassware, things like that. Your dad's gonna chime in. So now, what manner of people should we be expecting? You know how I like to do my research. I like to get to know people before I get to know people, and like to be a little bit informed. And he goes into like full noble diplomat mode and just rambles at you for a minute. This is a common thing for him. But you get his meaning that he like, given the details, he wants to do his research.
It's a council of dragons. Juno? Who all do we think is going to attend?
So Juno is walking back in when Alta asks that question. She shot off a quick message that said, "Hey, Elia, 2 days from now at Craigmaw Manor, located at blank street and blank street. Call if you need." There was clearly supposed to be an us or something like that at the end of it, but it just cuts off in the middle of that sentence.
Nice. Did I hear you correctly that you said a council of dragons? And if so, precisely how many?
That's a great question. We haven't seen them all sit in the same room at the same time because they kind of travel and do whatever the fuck they want. Pardon my language. They are at least one more with us. Let me just ask Elia real quick. Please let us know how many will join us so that way we can prepare. Do you have any dietary restrictions or concerns we should... That's where it ends.
We should.
While Juno is sending that message, he's going to turn to you, Ulta, and say, pardon my naivete, but I'm sure you've already worked out how you are going to fit a whole dragon in our humble abode, let alone several.
Oh, yeah. Yes. They glamour themselves to look like humans, so...
Yeah, they become like human and elf and other...
I knew it, the darn magical creatures. Oh, I'm going to enjoy meeting them, talk all sorts of magic and shenanigans and dragon wars and all war stories. I bet they have those too.
They do, for sure. We've met a few. So what we're hoping for is like maybe they'll be on our side the end of times.
Okay, so you are aware that we will have to get them specifically invited by the Council of Waterdeep in order for the Dragon Warning to not wreath them in fire and death and unholiness when they try to come in. We're aware of that, right? Oh, we can pull some strings. And he like pulls out a little side pocket piece of parchment and like a crippled up quill and starts writing on it.
But didn't Elia get in fine?
Elia, we know, has been in Waterdeep, and then we got access for another member of the council, I believe the Copper Dragon.
Yes.
So we had to ask, didn't we have to go through a process for that to happen?
Yes.
They didn't just like walk through, yeah.
They had to be specifically invited by
Yeah.
the leaders of the council. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a huge help if you could help us out with that, Dad.
Okay, all right. I'll raise some big strings to pull, but I think we can make that happen.
We could also ask them to, if needed. We were trying to, like... We don't know who on the council, either council, is a true ally to the cause, or if there's anybody that's kind of sneaking around still, or lurking, giving updates to Tiamat and stuff like that. So we were trying to keep it small with who knows that we're going to talk with.
Well, if the word of mouth traveling through the Harpers Association is to be trusted, which in majority of instances it can be, and if I know anything about knowing something about things, it seems that the Council of Waterdeep is leaning ever more in your favor as time goes on. It seems you all are rather persuasive in your feats and in your talks and allyships, and, well, why shouldn't Waterdeep be on board? Am I right?
Yeah.
I find it difficult to disagree with you on anything.
If you can make this happen, Dad, we will go work the stables for the day. I will help out. We'll help out, all of us.
Oh, young lady, no such deals unnecessary. You can do as you wish, of course, but we are in no position to be bartering for whatever's happening here. As far as I'm concerned, we all need to be on board, you know what I mean?
Almost none.
That one got me.
No idea. But
We are going to help out in the stables. Please let me know so I can prepare appropriate spells.
Yes, I'm sorry. You were outside when I got everybody's names. You are?
I'm still Juno. Yep.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Morngrim, by the way, please, not... Mr. Cragmaw is my father.
Morngrim?
Morngrim.
I do have a few more potions that will turn us into animals if we would like, because I hoarded them from from Aster's tribe. I'm trying to make sure I use the right word.
Tribe. Yeah.
I hoarded a few of the extra potions from the competition. So if we want to go hang out with the horses as horses instead of doing chores, that could be fun.
That could be fun, but then there's going to be that much more horse shit that we have to clean up.
Or just don't shit anywhere.
If I'm a horse, I need to know what it feels like.
Okay.
Not to complete tangent, but Aster, I also have just a random question for you. So like when we're hanging out later and not doing like productive stuff, remind me.
Noted, I guess.
That sounds foreboding.
No. It's more of like a hangout philosophical question, like get to know each other.
Oh no. Not more questions about wild shape.
Kind of.
I've always got questions about
God
wild
damn.
shape.
It's less chaotic, more like
Okay.
what's your vibe? What's your
Okay.
So, but I didn't want to railroad or tangent as long as I did. So that was why I tried to say.
Can you fuck my wild shamed? Is that a thing? I have the same. Actually, I also have a question now that Hyacinth has brought it up, and I'm going to ask it later.
Oh no.
Oh
Now
boy.
it's
And by
definitely
Heisen.
foreboding.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm just going to
What?
head. Hey, real quick, do you happen to know the locations? Because I don't know all the locations. I'm not the best with directions all the time. Of all the temples, Icarus here is looking specifically for one. Icarus, tell my dad what temple you're looking for.
Sun Temple. Thank you, Ulta. He like kind of whispers, but like not like subtly.
Sun Temple. Dedicated to who specifically?
I mean, Krellin, but like, so like table talk. Krellin is a deity of the sun, but like in D&D lore, isn't the main sun deity. But I thought for this campaign he kind of was. So like, that's a little homebrewy. That
Okay.
probably not as many Krellin temples as like Dawnbringer or whatever would be the main sun god. Pelor or whatever.
Right. So you're saying sun, but you are specifically looking for Coralon?
Yeah, but I think in like real D&D lore, he's like niche elven, and
Yeah.
like real.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So he will tell you. Oh,
like,
well, we're a far cry from Deepingdale and Evermeet and Everlund, but well, I'm sure you could find at least something close here at the Temple of the Seldarine.
yeah, yes, and like I think if it's a sun temple of someone else, it might be adjacent enough that I could like contact him through it, even though it's not his temple. So that's kind of like the vibe I'm not a cleric.
Okay, so Frantic Me is having a hard time finding the exact location right now, but he will give you directions to it.
Okay.
And I'll have to work on actually finding it.
That's the Temple of the Seldarine.
Seldarine.
Seldar-
Seldarine.
Oh,
The tambourine.
I think I just had the word backwards in my head for spelling. Seldarine. Yep, you were right.
It is
I just
in Discord. Yeah.
Because like I knew the exact word you were talking about. I just remembered the letters in a different order.
According to the internet, it's located in the neighborhood of the Castle Ward, between Warrior's Way and the Street of the Sword.
There's also a sun monastery over there, but I think that's supposed to be a small thing and not related.
Found it. Nice. Thank you, Chrissy. Boom. Sweet. So yeah, he would give you directions there. It's in the Castle Ward.
Cool. Aster, would you like me to run my errand first or bother you first?
I'm muted. I don't think it matters too much. Just either one.
My question might be easier with substances, so like when you're ready to like settle down, we can talk.
Okay.
What a loaded sentence.
What are you going to do
Nope.
to Aster?
Okay, so I
absolutely staying by Aster's side.
so I'm just gonna ask my question now, and I'll give you time to like think about it before you're forced to
Okay.
talk about it, because I realize I made it so much worse. So
I need an adult.
I know you're like a naturey druid person, and like your magic is all things nature. But like I remember, especially when we first met you, there was a lot of like fire magic, and I was wondering like where that comes from. If it's just like your natural skill, or if it's like an inspiration you found when you were growing up, and that's kind of all it was. I was just curious.
I mean, more or less seen it a couple of times. It's the spirit I'm able to summon. The wildfire spirit.
Yeah, I don't know what that means though.
Okay.
Like I saw it, but I don't like know. Get it? Maybe get it. I'm trying to get it.
Hey, Chris, are you trying to ask Aster if it's like they're summoning it because they're angry and it's a fire spirit, or if it's just because it feels like a connection emotionally or spiritually? Because it feels like the second one.
I think I'm just like I don't know.
Do you fuck with the war?
I just don't know how the druidy things work. So I'm like, how do you pull this spirit? Is it just you have a relationship with it, like, or is it like? I guess it's kind of the second one, but I'm not asking like, is it your religion or spirituality? I just mean like, how does that? Like, it's not that.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Because I don't.
I mean, it more or less chose me one day.
That makes sense. Like something that found you and now is with you. That, okay. Because like I feel like we all have our own path, and I just like feel like I didn't fully understand your path, although I've like seen pieces of it, and I wondered if that was like part of it, and I was just missing something, you know. And I know I asked things in a weird way, but it was more so I just like want to understand and get to know you for like the parts that we might have skipped over.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate your curiosity.
Moments before we all die.
And more than a couple moments.
Yeah, we at least have 2 days, hopefully.
Yeah. But on that note, I feel like we should head towards the temple. Dad, I think we're gonna have dinner out and about. I'm gonna take him over, you know, to eat somewhere not here.
Well, alrighty then, but
We'll be back to sleep here. This is where we'll sleep.
yes, of course, we'll have the rooms prepared, and let me know if you need anything specific. Anybody that needs anything beyond a bed, a pillow, and a desk with some candles available. We'll keep the pot hot in case any of y'all want some leftovers, or we'll be good through tomorrow for lunch and so and such. So you just let us know what you need.
Spunk will need a small pool of
Yes.
water.
I would also like to rinse off after I come out of this mud.
Oh yes, we have the water basin right here for you.
Perfect. Just gonna jump straight from one to the other. Just bloop, bloop.
Well, I also quickly, Dad, before we go, Icarus is looking to upgrade some of his weapons. I don't know if maybe you could get him in touch with somebody also for that. But like magical, right, Icarus? You want him?
Yeah, like I currently have a fine bow, but if we're doing what I think we're going to be doing eventually, I would like something that packs a little bit more of a magical punch. So, you know, I don't know.
Well, fun fact. This guy right here, and she's gonna point to her dad. Really good with weapons. Master weaponry guy.
Oh.
Yes. You'll want to visit the halls of Hilma. That would also be in the castle district. I think, Olta, you might remember I would go there frequently. You can take him right there.
Hilma nuts.
Yes, I do. Remember that. Huh?
I think I put together a channel for this. Ooh, I didn't. should.
A channel for correct names and incorrect names next to each other so we can know both. Like Ziploc or whatever his name was. Laosin? What did we call Laosin?
Lysol.
Not
Oh,
Ziploc.
yeah.
Lysol.
It's in the same area when you're at Target.
Yeah.
And then we called the one guy Purple Angie.
Yeah.
Purple mad.
Purple Angie, Purple Man.
Okay, I'm surprised I didn't do this like way early in the campaign, and I apologize for that. But I made a channel in our Discord grouping for just like lore and people and places and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is helpful.
Yeah.
Minute.
And it's ruined.
I beeped it.
An empty space. Let's fill it with garbage.
Oh,
Literally corned up.
Garbage, it's Bibble.
kiss her dad on the forehead, and start walking out. Collect all of her items.
Before we leave, I climb back up atop my perch above the hat on Juno's head, and I cast Mage Hand to open the cabinet and scoop up some bugs and close it with the knuckles while I float the bugs towards me so I can pick them out of this hand bowl and eat them for some road snacks.
Nice.
And then he looks down over the brim of your hat and like winks with one eye and then goes back up to the top of the tip. And you just hear crunch, crunch, crunch every once in a while.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Sorry about that, Juno.
It's fine.
All right. On that note, I know a really good fish and chips place around the corner called the Codfather. It's delightful.
Hell yeah, let's go. I can eat fish in this world.
I hate to say it, but Ulta's names give me more joy than I think anything has in like a long time.
What are you talking about? Those are flourishing businesses in the city of Waterdeep.
It's a great fish and chip shop.
Waterdeep? More like Potter Steep.
Oh,
Mm.
all right.
Good try, good try.
Actually,
All right, thank
we
you so
saw-
much for your hospitality. Everyone, come on, let's go to the Godfather.
I can't wait. I saw that one on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drives, and Dives.
What did you call me?
God.
Ultimately walk everybody kind of like for the first time probably ever since we've spent any time together, she will take like a long way around and it will be quite nostalgic for her, and she'll point out like you guys will eat at the Codfather, her favorite little fish and chip shop, and like she'll point out her favorite little bookstore, and she'll be like, and this is Tome Depot. This is where my mom gets all the stuff for her spells. And like
Love it.
yeah, man. Like, so she'll just go through like the whole list, but she will ultimately get you to the castle district to where you need to go.
I feel like all these things need to be put into lore and places and people and things. So, if you could help Prissy, that'd be great.
We could have like a Waterdeep tab that we just like, or like one for each city that we just like open up the things that are now established, or edit it to add the things that are established in that city.
I'm all for adding those into the places that exist in Waterdeep, which are already too many anyway, but we deal with it.
But some of them are like things but don't have names too, so it's nice to have some names to go with things, you know?
True.
I looked up something earlier just for my own reference, and it was like, this is T46, and I was like, the map I see has no T46 on it, so please, I don't know. Uh, but it's nice to kind of like actually, like get a picture of like the city because it's so big that like I know I personally I mean, I guess are also kind of big home, but it gets kind of overwhelming sometimes. So I love like the little tour. Thank you, Ulta.
Yeah, I mean, Aster, I know cities probably are not like a super vibe. I know they're not a vibe, but I know they're probably not a super vibe. But there are a couple cute little spots, and she'll stop. She'll make a point to like stop at the different statues and
Oh,
parks and different spaces. Um, yeah, when I was a little kid, like I did A, B, C, and D here. Like she'll do those through the whole thing though. Like she's gonna be that person.
Nice.
oh. Yeah.
Okay, so then you'll eventually arrive at a standalone building that's a little bit farther apart from the rest of them on this corner here, and it's like wider on front. You'll notice that along the streets of Waterdeep, like there's a lot of narrow fronts, and like the buildings go kind of lengthwise into the space behind them. This one will be a little bit wider in the front, and you'll notice that it also goes pretty deep. So it seems like it's a big space, most likely for the purposes of storage, as well as, I guess, kind of for lack of a better way of putting it, being a storefront. And you'll see a like giant broadsword stuck into the ground with like a shield, looking like it's welded onto the front of it, with Halls of Hilmer just like emblazoned onto the shield. And in the 4, I'll say, big windows on the front, you'll see basically like a couple of like full-blown suits of armor and weapon racks and things like that looking in. And the most unique thing about this building is that it's going to be like the entire front of it is like melted together sets of armor and shields and weapons, like making the front wall.
Cool.
So we'll walk in.
This is like a badass temple.
Mhm.
I'm kind of intimidated.
Is this the temple or is this the
This is the armory.
This
This
is the
is
Halls
the
of Hilmer. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I opened the map, and the first thing I saw where I was the Temple of Celadrine in big letters.
Oh.
Right. That makes way more sense.
Yeah, we're just
sorry,
up the
it's-
street from that.
There's not a marker on the map for this here, but it is on this corner.
No, you're fine. It just threw me off because I saw the other.
Yeah.
I got distracted by big word. That makes way more sense. I like to think I just got distracted during the tour, and she was like, "We're here," and I was like, "Oh, cool, the temple."
Ulta will walk in.
Okay. Walking in, you will see only a few patrons, and it's easy enough for everybody to see, regardless of your passive traits, that like the people who are in here are pinky up, high class. And I'm gonna say it's like 5 people total, and 4 out of the 5 of them are like in really intense armor, and they've got like really ornate swords and shields, and maybe one with a bow. They've just got some really intense weapons and armor. Definitely not strange to you at all. You've got stuff that's just as good, if not better in some cases, but it is noticeably, like I said, a step above like the common people around Waterdeep. This is obviously a highly renowned, high quality armory situation going on. And a human man with like the clear signs of age on his face. You'd be able to guess, as far as in human years, he's probably in his mid 60s or older. He's wearing like one really beautiful breastplate and like epaulets and otherwise like leather everywhere else, presenting himself well, is going to interrupt talking with one of these people and just kind of like, oh yes, please look over here, and kind of shoo them off into a direction to do something for themselves, and turn to Ulta with like he's standing up tall, like he's got his shoulders back and his chest puffed up, like he's greeting you with honor. Ah, Miss Cragmaw. It's been some time.
Hey. And she will...
This is Master Hilmer.
Yes. She will stand up tall as well. And kind of give like a... Not a salute, but she'll just kind of like give like a respectful nod. I have some friends, and they're looking for some things.
Well, luckily for you all, I am a master of things. What can I do for you?
Does anyone else they want to purchase, or is it literally just me?
I don't know. I mean, I'll always upgrade my weapons, but I'm really lucky because my family does this for a living.
Oh, cool.
So, feel free. But yeah, I'll be joining you probably in upgrading some things.
I'm looking for either like enhanced arrows, such as arrows of potentially dragon slaying, and or upgrading my bow. I currently have a magically refined +1 bow, and I'm looking for some sort of upgrade from there.
+2.
That is a nicer quality, you're right. Anything with enhanced effect.
My bow's green, and I want it to be blue. Maybe even purple.
Yes. Okay. And he's Icarus, he's clearly going to be like sizing you up a little bit as you're talking to him. He actually like puts his hands behind his back and takes a couple steps as if to like take you all in and like look you up and down as you're talking.
If you were sizing us up, mind I say, I may be legendary. And I'll like wink at him. Do with that what you will.
Yes, I do appreciate an elf. Please help me with what sort you might be.
I am a sun elf.
Sun elf, yes, and this is, and he points at Juno.
Moon elf.
I'm his sister. This is my sword, and I will just pull it out in the shop and be like, look it, I just got it today.
Ah, a moonblade. I'm suffice to say, I can't say this often. I've never seen such an implement before. May I? And he like holds his hands out.
Ooh, no. Nope.
No? Oh, yes. Of
you
course.
can look, no touching. We're still getting to know each other. As I said, I just got it this morning. And they're also, you never told me your pronouns. And I'm gonna look at the sword.
Sword is gonna say, they, them.
Okay, they, you, okay,
Hey,
sorry.
Psst.
What?
This guy knows his shit. You see that stuff on the wall?
The sword is very impressed with you, and says that you know your shit.
Sentient, yes, as the legends do say. Well, I am, pleased to meet you, sort of. But anyway, on to your requested improvements. Yes, I'm sure we can make all of this happen. As much detail as you can give me, the better. And but any room you want to leave for artistic creativity, as we might put it, whatever you would like. I know that the Cragmaw family is good for handling anything that needs to be paid for, but we have a little bit of a deal worked out. And you can tell that this guy is like normally pretty highbrow and like very formal with people, but he's super relaxed and being very casual and cordial with you all.
Also, I know your family was like cool when we met them, but like other people are also like acting like they're really cool, and I'm just kind of like awestruck that people revere your family in that way. Usually people are scared of my mother.
Well, your mother is kind of terrifying, so
Yeah.
that tracks.
But like people are like seem to like your parents, which is like crazy. I'm amazed. It's awesome.
They're pretty cool. This guy made my first sword, and I'm gonna point at Hilmer.
Ah, yes. Some would call it a letter opener with less experienced eyes and hands with such a blade, but it's done you well, has it not?
Yeah, I've picked up a few new ones. And she's gonna pull out the Hazaron.
Ooh. Okay.
Danger, danger.
Ah, yes. Where would you say you acquired such a weapon?
Off of a guy.
Oh. Say no more. And he's gonna wink at you like, okay, I get it. No, about this bow, and he's gonna hold out a hand to you, Icarus.
I totally forgot about the Hazaron. I was like, what the fuck? Yes. I don't know what to do here.
He's holding his hand out to like take the bow from you.
Oh yeah, you can have this. Have this all you want. And I hand him my bow, which I think is like the golden lyre with like the multiple strings and like the fancy curves. And the minute it leaves like my hand to his, it's just like a really finely carved bow. It's just like completely shifts form.
Okay. All right, he takes it. He's actually going to see that happen. You'll see it in his eyes that like if it changes, he like raises his eyebrows and sort of like quickly takes it all in. But it doesn't really seem to phase him or throw him at all. Mighty fine craftsmanship. Where would you say you acquired such an implement?
This bow, or like the bow itself, or like the bow I carry. I know that doesn't necessarily make sense, but like.
Well, the fact that you have to distinguish the two tells me that there's quite a story behind it. Start at the beginning. The more I know, the better I can help. I should point out the craftsmanship, the wood used, where it was created in the first place, who created it, anything that you can share.
My first bow was a gift from a demigod, and it was just a fine bow. But it was more of the sentiment, the attachment, and at will I could summon it and dissummon it, and it would conjure its own arrows if needed, and that was kind of where the limits stopped. But it took the appearance of a golden lyre, and then, but for all intents and purposes, the bow that was handed to me was, in anyone else's hands, would just be a nice bow. And then I discovered this bow, which I think we actually bought. It's just a finer craft, but when I picked it up and like spent my time with it, it again became the nice golden lyre bow that I've been using throughout this time. So it almost feels as though like my bow has never changed, but the implement itself I use does carry through, if that makes sense.
He's going to, be looking at the bow up and down as you're saying this and say, could you do me a favor and hold the handle for just a few seconds? As he says this, he's going to pull out from like a satchel on his side a couple of tools. One of them looks like almost like a monocle, but it's bigger. And he just kind of holds it in his hand like this up at the handle where he's asking you to hold it. And then a glowing, what almost looks like a chisel. And kind of just just holds the tip of the chisel on a part of the wood right above the handle.
Yeah, I feel like I do it without hesitating too, because like I know that the most important aspect of the bow carries with me and not within the physical bow. So I'm like, it's a +1 bow. I can probably buy another one. I'm not worried about chipping it, or anything like that. So I kind of like unhesitantly, I'm like, okay.
Okay. You'll all, if anybody's looking at this, you'll all see that like the bow shifts again, and in the moment that happens, there will be like a beam of light that shines toward him, and he looks at it all. It looks like he's reading, for fully 2 seconds, nothing more. Ah, Corlon. Very nice. Yes, I believe I can make some things happen. What timeline are we working with?
Well, minimum 2 days, but I'm sure we can work with whatever you need. Yeah, I mean, we have a dooming apocalypse to take care of, but like, we don't have a timeline for that, so like.
Well, if I had
Could
a
happen
silver
tomorrow.
piece for every time I've heard that, I'd have at least a few silver pieces. But anyway.
But we're having a dance party or a dinner party in 2 days then. So we have at least that much time.
Ah, yes. Well, I can assure you that 2 days is plenty of time to make at least some improvements that I think you'll be well enough to receive and appreciate. So, if we're going that route, please return in 2 days and let me know if I have more time to do even more for you, or if you must take it as it is.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes. Anything else? And he's gonna kind of like sweep the group.
I would love maybe some light armor.
Yes. Fresh from my wares or an improvement to something you already own?
Well, let's start with base with what you've got, and you can add whatever specialties you think I'd like.
Yes, custom. Well, then you know it will be emblazoned with my crest just to show its quality, yes?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Add my family crest onto it too, though, please.
Oh, of course. For a Cragmaw every time.
Thanks.
I have this Mithril half plate. I don't know how that could be better or made better.
Mithril, yes, we can, and now don't take this the wrong way. This is not an affront to what you desire or the quality that you will be given, but with the amount of time and effort that should be put into all of these things to make sure that you receive exactly what you want and what you deserve, I think we can get a couple of my apprentices to help out with Mithril. Yes, anything specific that you are looking for?
Just for it to be effective in combat against a 5-headed dragon.
Well then. Yes, I'm sure we can make at least some improvements for you.
Hey.
Now,
Last turn.
As long as it doesn't make a bunch of noise, I am sensitive to that.
so over the table, I'm going to ask you guys collectively to put in our general chat all the improvements that you're asking for. So we have them all in one place and I can prepare that for next time. Juno was saying something to Aster?
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Alta would absolutely also ask Aster if she wanted to upgrade any of her armor or things. And definitely turn to Spunk and say, Spunk, I don't know if you wear armor, my guy, but do you want a tiny set of armors for you?
I don't wear armor, but I have been sketching out an idea for something for a long time now. And I was hoping that we could go to like a place that could make it for me, maybe like a Burlington's cloak factory or
Yeah. I know right where one is.
Awesome.
Aster? Armor? Weapons? Wares of any kind?
I mean, if it's possible to make my armor just a little hardier without being super loud.
Yes, I'm sure we can make that happen. Now I must be forthright with you. All of these improvements, while doable, will take, master's expertise and time and training with apprentices and all the materials, of course. And I'm not one to try and swindle anybody, let alone such good friends as the Cragmaws. But to be perfectly straightforward, I need you to understand that these improvements in all will probably run at least a couple of thousand gold pieces. Is that something that's going to be a problem, or is that okay?
Do you take black card?
I do.
So you have an account with the bank.
We do, and I know that within there we have at least over probably 10,000 platinum at this point.
Yes, that will be something you want to keep to yourselves. The wrong ears might catch. You
Well, it's in
never
the
know.
bank. So if someone's gonna rob the bank, they're gonna rob the bank.
Yes,
Right.
very good. So minimum 2 days time, and please at least check in at that point, and we'll see what we have for you by that point, and see if you would like to take everything as it is, or have us spend even more time to do more for you.
Do you think I should have upgraded my armor instead of my bow? I'm wearing glamour leather armor. I'm all about the show. I don't know.
I use my mage hand to throw the remaining bugs at you.
On that note, Miller, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your effort. Thank you, sir, for all of your hard work.
Oh, my pleasure as always, Miss Cragmaw. Please send my regards to your parents.
I will, and don't forget, Dad's gonna have people over on Fridays for cards and whatnot, so feel free, come by.
Every time. Every time.
Also, before we leave, do you mind if I just take one more look? I like window shopping too.
Yeah, sure.
And like a kid in a candy shop, he just runs up and down the aisles.
Excellent.
On our way to the temple, we're gonna stop at Burlington Cloak Factory and walk in.
Okay.
Bunk.
I am actually going to have us end there, going into Burlington Cloak Factory.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So we'll pick up there next time. Hey, we'll be back in 2 weeks, but we're going to go around the table one more time. Introduce yourselves, your characters, and any fun things you have coming up that you want to advertise. Let it rip. Starting with Heck.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's me, Sir Heckalot. I'm here. I'm on your screen. As per usual, I've played Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. You can find me all over the internet at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, I guess Twitter as long as supplies last, but I don't really post there anymore. Go over to Blue Sky. It's a much better experience, and I post more. I almost daily there, honestly. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next. Most notably, you can find me on Neon Lights Roleplay, along with Chrissy and Corndog every other Monday for Oathsworn Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. It's so silly. We were yelling about paper plates last time. It was like, why would you want to miss that? So check it out. Every other Tuesday, you can find Corndog and myself on Enchanting Sorcery for Into the Old Margrave. It's an Into the Woods inspired 5e campaign. And also very, very silly. And I believe later this year, like probably in the next month or two. I don't think we have a start date quite yet, but on Neon Lights, we will be starting a Humblewood campaign called Steel and Arbor, and I am so excited to be part of it. I'm playing a little weasel warlock, and she is just very mischievous, and I'm very excited for it. But yeah, that's me. On over to Chris.
Armor, hardly know her.
Hey, you stole my line.
Hi, everybody. My name is Chris. Tonight I played Spunk, who is best described as you can catch me and Corndog and Chrissy tomorrow over on my channel where we play the Reclaimer Season 2. We're like 2 episodes from the end, y'all. Yes.
Oh, wild.
2 or 3 episodes? I don't know. We're reaching the end. We're very, very close. And then catch us next week where Bo, Marie, and Sparrow and I all return to finish up some Divinity 2 Original Sin. Every episode has been hilarious. Don't miss either one of those. And that's it for me. Go ahead, Hyacinth.
Bye, it's me, Hyacinth. I played Icarus, our paladin, who likes to shop, I guess. Nothing is outside of me. Oh, it's just me. I'm playing me. Anywho, can I like shout out like research? Because I'm not streaming right now, but I'm
Exciting things you're doing, yeah.
I'm working on my dissertation, which is D&D and mental health research. So if you have any interest in participating in D&D research, especially as it benefits mental health and our community, reach out to me via Twitter at Anderson or on our Discords if you are part of that. So yeah. Oh, Corn Dog. I always say Juno first. I don't know why.
Everyone already talked about the things I'm in. Okay, over to you, Chrissy.
Same. Magic.
Solid.
Go find them on the internet. They're funny.
Depends on
right.
perspective.
Yes, and I'm Dad Magic Juice. Coming up here, we have Lines in the Lies. That's our Vecna Doing It Live
Vecna
campaign
one.
on Sunday. And then the activity after that will be the next episode of this, All Hail the Queen, 2 weeks from today. Same bat time, same bat channel. We do have more things coming down the pipelines for this channel and all of its content, including getting more people involved with doing TTRPG stuff on the internet. So we have links on, if you're seeing us on Twitch right now, we have links to all of our social media and our Discord in there. Everybody is welcome to join, and we'll be getting more stuff going with more groups over time. That's going to be it for now. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.